Hello people, I'm Vito and welcome back to Battalion Wars with Robberlink.
Hoorah!
Alright, where we last left off, we were ambushed by the Tundran Territories, was it?
Yes.
They had like a spy, and then once we chased them down, there was like a freaking army. And I think we...
And that turned into a whole invasion.
Yeah, we went like behind their lines or something, and we got a small tank.
That I nearly got blown up by charging anti-tank infantry without my own infantry.
Whoops. I hope you remember all the controls from last week. Assault on Windbreak Ridge.
All I need to know is movement and shooting. Aiming is a suggestion.
The Frontier Radar Array at Windbreak Ridge is being harassed by Tundran recon vehicles in preparation for a major assault. Support the garrison there until reinforcements arrive.
Okie dokie.
Do we get another tank?
When are you going to give up? This is stalemate, father.
Patience, Nova. The game is not over yet.
Marshal Nova, there are reports of sporadic fighting across the demilitarized zone.
What? The western frontier have broken the truce?
Actually, no.
Forgive me, son. I could not stand to see you toss our proud imperial history into the wastebasket of reformist peacemaking.
How dare you? The Tundran army is no longer yours to command. Nelly, take control of those units. It seems we are at war.
You would replace me with her? This is an outrage!
Family drama?
I like how he doesn't say, take him out of the army and, order them to fall back. No, he's like, all right, we're committing to this. But we're committing to it my way.
It's like, sorry, I could not resist. I must fight.
Colonel Austin at your service, Commander. The radar array at Windbreak Ridge has intercepted vital enemy transmission, but it is now surrounded by Tundran forces. We need you to reinforce Windbreak Ridge before it falls into enemy hands.
The Frontier are attempting to resupply the radar array. Stop them at once.
Major Nelly, sounds like she means business, Commander. Let's get going.
Back to just being on foot?
Yep.
Move out to Windbreak Ridge and reinforce the radar array. Head for the Gold Star, Commander. Looks like the Tundrans got here first. Remember what General Herman taught you about flanking, right, Commander?
Got the controls back down?
I believe so, yes. All right, squad, let's go.
Move out. I've had 2 seconds of practice. We're ready. That's all we need. We're just grunts anyway. Are they in, like, cover or something?
I thought I was flanking by going this way, but maybe not. Feels like I'm not in cover. How much damage I'm taking.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I guess that is kind of like at an angle that should help, but I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't quite far enough? I don't know.
Oh.
It does look like they set up those places to be good for flanking, but yeah. Seems like he still took significant damage from that. Oh. That's a thing you can do?
Yeah, I just remembered it now. I was like, hold on, how do I get a better view? Oh, yeah.
Explosive barrels, yay! Fireworks!
I think that barrel's in cover.
That sounds funny. Like, wait, you mean the barrel is actively taking cover from you?
Cross the river and follow
Obviously.
the mountain trail. Hurry, Commander. The Tundrans could strike at any moment.
So I did look into... Well, I didn't really have time to look into the game that I referenced last episode.
Tundran heavy recons at 6 o'clock. Your grunts are no match for them. Get across that river.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I didn't want to talk over him.
Those are bazooka veterans from the garrison at Windbreak Ridge. These boys have the firepower to neutralize the enemy recon.
Nice, bazooka boys.
The bazooka vets have now joined your battalion. Tilt the C-stick left or right to cycle between unit types.
Can I speak now?
Once the unit type is highlighted, hit up
No.
or down on the C-stick to cycle between individual units. Then press the C button to control transfer into that unit. Bazooka veterans have
Oh, I can charge it.
Press and hold the A button to power up. Once the A button is released, the weapon will fire with increased range. As you have seen, Frontier Bazooka veterans are more than a match for enemy vehicles.
Okay, I can shut him up by doing this. You were saying.
So, that RTS game that was also like a FPS mix that was on Steam, I think it was in Source Engine. I didn't have a ton of time to look into it, but it was called Nuclear Dawn.
Oh, yeah, I think I do have that.
Yeah, I remember there was one time I was playing just on like an empty server and I was building up just to kind of mess around with it, figure it out more. And I think the two factions work differently in how they build. But this one, it's like you build energy cores and you have to build another one nearby. So it's similar to like how Perimeter works in that way. And for those of you who haven't played Perimeter, think of like the Zerg in StarCraft, where you can only expand a little bit at a time. But the other faction, they can build their main towers just in line of sight of another one. So you could build it like almost across the map, basically, and it would work. And I remember I built up this one faction like across the entire map, and someone else joined in with that other faction that just needs line of sight for building. And I didn't have enough ground turrets, and he just built all the way to my base and just like ended the game in like a minute. It's like, wow, this game is not balanced. And I was just messing around, so I was like, geez, dude.
But their slow-moving projectiles can be dodged by enemy infantry, and they are vulnerable to rifle and machine gun fire. Quickly, Commander. The Tundrans are primed to attack. Head for the Gold Star.
Hurry, they're primed to attack. Stop talking about other games.
Oh, wait. Okay, this doesn't hurt me.
I wonder if I put my face into this barbed wire, will it hurt? One way to find out.
I'm too used to other games where it does hurt if you walk into it. Nope, it's fine.
Welcome to Windbreak Ridge, Commander. This base is garrisoned by the Rifle Grunts and Bazooka veterans of Charlie Company. Lead the Bazooka veterans to guard the entrance to the radar array. Select their unit type with the C-stick, then press the X button to put them in sentry mode. Infantry attack at the rear of the base. Head for the Gold Star, Commander.
Oh, wait.
Lock on to an MG nest using the L button. Now use the C-stick to select an individual rifle grunt.
Ah.
Now press the Y button to order your selected rifle grunt to garrison the MG
Okay.
nest.
Man, this is just like Arma 3.
I was actually thinking this does remind me more of Battlezone 2 again, because
Have your soldier leave his post, target the MG nest, and press the X button.
okay, thank you, because you know it has to mix controls for RTS and FPS functionality, so you have
Right,
groups
Squad 1, I command you to strike.
and you have to like do an extra button press just to get an individual unit from a group because of how it's set up, like they're auto grouped. So like the fact that you have to like do something just to get an individual unit.
Yeah, I remember in Battlezone 2 it was nicer to just have everything in single types of their own squad. Like, all right, there's a tank squad, there's the scout squad.
Yeah, although it would have been nice to be able to mix them a bit. I don't know if you could naturally or it took like a bug to get it to happen. I don't remember.
I don't know if it was a bug, but
Maybe you could. Maybe it wasn't a bug.
it was just... It just made it a bit more tedious.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Alright. Okay, this actually does help. I was wondering, wait, which way are they coming from first?
That's right. A map.
Also, nice job, guys. It blocked us from using our own watchtower.
Okay, for a sec I thought they were like launching an explosive barrel at you. Just because of how frickin' high it flew.
Guys, you can wait for them to come to us.
Is this what
Why are the bazooka guys out there? I clicked on sentry mode over here. What?
I was gonna say, is that what sentry mode does?
Nicely done, Commander. But stay alert. I have a feeling they are still searching for a weak spot in our defenses.
It's like,
Recon 2. Probe their defenses and report back to me with precise information on all their fortifications.
oh god, they're going nuts. They're not staying in sentry mode.
There are multiple
Excellent work,
vehicles
Commander.
approaching from the river. Get your bazooka veterans to the Silver Star.
It's like, okay, I guess it's fine.
Remember, the message log records each of my radio broadcasts. Use it when you need to remind yourself of your orders.
Does that tell them to sentry where they are or where I am?
Good question. Unfortunately, I do not have the answer for you.
Okay, I guess it's wherever they are. Get over here, guys. Thank you.
Oh, you'll get them. Eventually. Is that some friendly fire?
Good job,
Yeah.
Commander. But there is a second wave of Tundran infantry ready to strike. Head for the Silver Star.
I don't know if there is friendly
Are
fire,
you
but
men in
yeah.
position, Colonel? Because here I come. Rifle Squad 2, attack!
Do you still have more riflemen, or did they all die? Or did they get left behind? Okay, yeah, they're still here.
And also, I think there's some guys here I could
Remember
pick
to
up,
use
but I'm letting
global
them
mode for a
stick around
broader
there.
Perspective on the battlefield. Press any direction on the bus control pad to toggle mode.
Yeah, I was just a little worried. Like, did they get killed or something? But nope, they just get, like, unassigned from your HUD.
Yeah, basically, it seems like.
Excellent work, Commander. But if I know the Tundra, they are merely gearing up for an even more devastating attack.
Then here it is, Colonel. For your sake, I hope you have men dug in on both sides of your radar array.
Tundran recon vehicles approaching the main entrance, and more infantry attacking from the rear. They are trying to overwhelm us.
You didn't think I was going to make it easy for you, did you?
Alright. With the MG turrets, that area should be fine.
Classic Nintendo game. It's like, I bet you're not ready for an attack from behind. Several minutes before the attack from behind.
Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Those are just vehicle. Which area is the main entrance? I feel like there's some confusion here.
Yeah, do they intend for you to have just one squad here and the other on the other entrance? Because one entrance is mostly vehicles, so bazookas.
Guys?
A little help.
Guys?
A little faster? The frick are they? There they are. You have to look at them. Otherwise they're like, he's not looking. We don't have to frickin' listen to him.
Clearly.
It's like, oh, he's looking. We can't slack off.
Charge!
Well
Flawless.
done, Commander. I did not think we could take this much punishment.
Oil.
You have defended
I was
yourself
thirsty.
courageously so far, but now I shall strike at the very heart of your defenses.
Tundran T-copter incoming. Nellie means to fly her infantry directly inside the perimeter of the base.
Ow. What's my camera doing?
Is it as bad as the Bowser's Fury camera?
I don't know. It normally it stays like this. For some reason, it was starting to look down at the ground.
Congratulations, Commander. You defended the radar array long enough for reinforcements to arrive.
Not so fast, Colonel. I have one last trick up my sleeve.
Enemy light tanks incoming. Get down to the river crossing.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
All right then. Give.
The enemy,
Are those tanks, Commander?
Oh, my controller's rumbling.
the enemy dropship reminded me of Titanfall. I haven't played the second
Your
one.
vehicle becomes stuck. Press the B button to engage high traction mode.
But at the end of a Titanfall match, the losing team could retreat to a dropship, and if they made it, I think they got extra XP, even though they lost.
Huh.
But the team that won could still destroy it, but it took like a lot of firepower.
Huh.
But you could pull it off. And that's what it just reminded me of, because it did say it had a health bar, so you could possibly destroy their dropships.
Yeah, I think I came close to it. I should not be... As I say, I shouldn't be exposing my rear. I don't know if that actually is a thing that matters in this game.
Probably not.
Incredible. I may have underestimated you, Colonel Austin.
You cannot overestimate the tenacity of the frontier soldier, Major Nellie.
That much is evident, Colonel
I can't
Austin.
move.
We should convene under the white flag sometime to discuss tactics, of course.
Whatever does she mean by that, Commander?
I don't know. Don't get me mixed up in your relationship drama.
Like, don't know, sir. Also, it's weird that, you know, the leaders of both sides have open comms with each other at all times.
It's like when I play a strategy game with my friends. Like, yeah, they're just having, you know, like friendly competition. Meanwhile, the soldiers on the ground are actively dying.
There's an actual war going on. New unit bazooka veteran. Let's see. A few well-placed high-explosive shells from a bazooka veteran can turn even the most impressive battle machine into a heap of smoking junk. Unfortunately, their projectiles have a very low muzzle velocity and are relatively easy to dodge.
Is there a bazooka recruit we can spam? It's just the little grunt guys with the same bazookas. They're just like, how do I carry this?
It's like, we haven't built up the muscle to carry these. I realize this, at least so far, isn't really an RTS game, but I want to continue on the topic of RTS games despite that.
Yeah, go on.
But first, Operation POW. POW block?
Or PLW.
Oh, that would probably make more sense. But POW.
Pow, we're breaking you out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, captive. 2 of our scouts have been taken captive. They have vital knowledge of the location of one of Tundra's key command posts. Get them back behind frontier lines, and don't spare the horses.
We don't have horses, sir.
It's a turn of phrase, sir. Now get going. Like, okay, fine.
All right.
I was actually thinking, on the topic of RTS games, is it kind of a dying genre? Like, I haven't heard of any really big name RTS games coming out recently.
Good to see you again, Commander. Now listen up, because we need to move fast.
Are they gonna say something? Or can I talk?
During their assault on Windbreak Ridge, the Tundrans captured 2 of our scouts. They are holding them in this base. Your job is to rescue the scouts and use their recon to get them to the safety of our mobile camp to the north. Assault the enemy base and rescue the prisoners. Those scouts are in possession of time.
You're saying, oh right, about RTS is not really being, yeah,
Like, maybe they are. I don't think I really look out for them, though, but I don't recall hearing of anything major in the RTS genre. Because the last big things I can think of that are like, you know, AAA or whatever, StarCraft 2, Subcom 2, Planetary Annihilation, Red Alert 3.
yeah, and all those are like
Probably like a decade old
yeah.
by now. So yeah, I don't know if there has really been anything major recently. I've heard of at least one recent unofficial, like, Total Annihilation remake kind of game. I don't remember what it's called. I'd have to look into it again. I just remember, like, they changed the name of the factions. Instead of Arm and Core, it's like Armada and something else that I can't remember. But it seems like it's a 3D remake. I mean, Total Annihilation was already 3D to some degree. It's weird. I don't know if I've talked about this, but I think the units are in like full 3D, but then the terrain, I think, is a flat image with like a height map grid, basically.
Yeah, so that projectiles can, you know, be lobbed over walls and stuff.
Yeah, because I think there was a map editor for Total Annihilation I opened like once a very, very long time ago as a kid, and you could see the height map and it's all these squares. It was very weird, but yeah, it's not like super in-depth 3D maps. So I think there was something that took actual Total Annihilation source code and made a 3D game out of it. But for something like the Core Prime Industrial Area map where there are actual walls, it just kind of plastered the image onto the 3D terrain, and it looked a little weird because it didn't match up properly. Because there's like that specific 2D perspective in the map texture.
I'm critical intelligence. You have less than 6 minutes to liberate.
Sorry,
their
you're
recon
starting to take a
and
while
drive
in.
into our mobile camp.
Fair enough.
We only have so much
Deploy your
time.
bazooka fets against the enemy tank.
You have 6 minutes.
Then use the C
We waste
stick
all
to
6 minutes
select your
talking about
bazooka
RTS
veterans.
games.
Press the Y button to send them in. Destroy the barbed wire to free the prisoners.
Alright guys, I'm distracting them. Kill it.
Yeah, this barbed wire doesn't sound like it works the way I'd expect. You put your face in it, it doesn't hurt. You shoot it, it gets destroyed. I mean, unless you use explosives, that doesn't sound like how real barbed wire would work. There's barbed wire, shoot it with your bullets. That will definitely get rid of it.
You freed the prisoners.
Okay, yeah, you are
Commander.
blowing it up.
Now get behind the wheel of that recon. You've got to bust out of there, Commander. Head for the gold
Oh,
star.
I lost access to the rest of my guys.
Don't worry about
Oh
the
well.
rest of our boys. They can handle themselves.
The escaped prisoners know too much. Stop them at once.
On the road, Commander. She'll take you all the way home.
Suddenly this feels like Excite Truck or something.
Nah.
You didn't get the vehicular manslaughter.
Commander.
Yeah.
Those blue jerry cans
Whoa.
will repair damage to your recon.
Dude in the back, you want to start shooting?
Show them your papers. Left or
You don't
right,
frickin'
Commander?
knock him
You
unconscious.
decide.
Map?
Oh, that's a tank. I'm going right.
Fair enough.
I'm good at this, I swear.
Excellent driving, sir.
But yeah, no.
Watch out for those bazooka veterans. They'll put a dent in this operation for sure.
I guess
Less
not a lot of
than 4
people,
minutes on the clock.
you know, probably enjoy RTSs as much compared to, you know, Yeah, I'll just jump into a
Right, Commander. You do not
action-packed
wanna see what's over that way.
first-person shooter. Or third-person shooter.
And I guess other than that, there is the MOBA, which kind of evolved out of, I believe it was a custom mode for like Warcraft 3 or something. I think Dota.
Yeah, for some reason, people don't want to send armies at each other. They just want to get in the fight themselves.
Yeah, because
Sucks
I
to be
guess
them.
there have been like hero units in a lot of RTS campaign modes, and I guess from that you get that sort of game mode where it all revolves around the hero unit. To the point that you no longer are doing RTS stuff like building bases and having control over armies and
Nice
building.
landing. You transfer in from the Air Force?
No, ma'am. I do not have a flyer's license. Hi.
Dang, they didn't kill him? Frickin' tanky.
Just head straight down the mountain, Commander.
Straight into a tree. Got it. Ow. Scares me. Get that off my way. I have to go. Ow.
As usual, excellent driving, sir.
Shut up and find something to shoot.
I would if you did not direct me facing towards the ground, sir.
Oh no.
Totaled.
Oops.
Rescue is a washout.
Victory for Tundra. Extra rations for each and every one of you.
Note to self, make the jump.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you're supposed to do. Defeat.
I'm sorry. I thought I was supposed to go swimming. I thought this was an amphibious vehicle.
Geez, a whole fancy game over screen just for that.
So maybe try that again.
Back to the beginning.
We go to the end of the episode soon, but I can at least get to the car.
Yeah. Is there a pause menu?
Good to see you again.
Because there is the time limit, so...
There's this.
What if you hit R or L? Okay, yeah, you could sync with that later. Okay, so we're
Okay,
good.
yeah.
Off the enemy base and rescue
We have the
prisoners.
means to
Those
synchronize.
scouts are in possession of time-critical intelligence. You have less than 6 minutes to liberate their recon and drive them to our mobile camp. Deploy your bazooka bets against the enemy tank. Lock onto the tank, then use the C-stick to select your bazooka veterans. Press the Y button to send them in. Destroy the bomb's
It's just like
fire
Pikmin.
to free the prisoners.
Use these Pikmin to defeat that enemy. Guy within stabbing distance.
You freeze the prisoners, Commander.
Ow.
Yeah,
Now
I
get
was thinking,
behind the
why are
wheel
you
of that recon.
standing so close to that barrel you're about to shoot?
You gotta bust out of there, Commander. Head for the gold
To see if it would hurt?
Don't worry
Just
about
testing
the
it.
rest of our boys.
Just
They
like
can
the
handle
the
themselves.
barbed wire?
The escaped prisoners know too much. Stop
Whee!
them at once.
Just follow the road,
Nice.
Commander. She'll take you all the way home.
I missed. Ow. Dang, I want to see how much damage ramming into them does. But
Excellent.
Advice, Commander. Those blue jerry cans
Tony Hawk's
are
Pro
advantage
Driver
to your
2.
recon.
now with extra guns.
Don't stop to show them
Okay, it
your
does about
progress.
half health to a rifle grunt.
You're right, Commander. You decide.
Is that like your max speed though?
I think so. Oh. Look away.
Recon is total.
Excellent.
Rescue is a
Wait.
washout. Mission failed.
How was I drowning?
Victory for Tundra.
Just in the air for a bit.
So this mission might be a little bit difficult.
Or I might just be a little bit bad at driving.
Look, I got to go and scrub. I mean, sir.
Okay, yeah.
You want to save this for next episode then?
I guess so.
All right. So we shall end this here for now, and we will continue this next time.
So, dear viewers, goodbye for now. I will take driving lessons.
Goodbye.